Back to you.
All right, well, thank you, Greg. Dealing with divorce and child custody issues can stir up a lot of emotions. Bailey and Galyen, attorneys at law, can work on your behalf to determine what's in your best interest. And Paige is at the Legal Cafe this morning in Fort Worth to tell us more. Hi, Paige.
Hey, good morning to you. Good morning, Texas. And yes, welcome to the Legal Cafe. This is also the home of Bailey and Galyen. This is also a place where you can come, have a cup of coffee, and be able to have a space where you can utilize if you have any questions about the law or if you need some space to get through some issues that you might be dealing with. This is the place to come and be. I'm excited to introduce you to board certified, and I want to emphasize this because that is a difference. This is board certified Keith Spencer.
Hi,
good morning
nice
to you.
Thank you for having me.
Let's talk about the distinction of being board certified. I understand that there are over there's 90,000 attorneys in Texas.
There's a bunch of us.
But there's only 7,200 of you that are board certified. What is that distinction and why is that important?
It means that we've focused our practice on family law in my particular instance for a long time. For me, since about 2000, that's about all I've done. And we take a really hard test and we really study the law, and most of our practice is related to that. Family law is such a broad area that drilling down into the nuts and bolts of it can be really helpful for clients.
Well, especially because, as you mentioned, it's very complex. Family law is distinctive. What makes it different, and possibly what are the challenges associated with family law?
The difference with family law, I think, from some of the other areas is that so many other areas bleed into it. People own real estate, people own businesses, a lot of things go into that. Plus, you have the children's issues, and so sometimes it's really, really emotional, and you have folks who are being told by family members and friends, here's what you need to do, and that advice is not always the best advice in court.
You bring up a very good point, but there are different types of options when you're dealing with a family dispute. Let's talk about mediation. What is that, and how is that distinctive from other types of options that are available for folks?
Well, obviously, everyone's entitled to a trial. You can go in and you can roll the dice and you can put on your evidence, but the judge's discretion is limited. And so, generally speaking, most of the cases settle without a trial, and that's because the two smartest people in the room, mom and dad, are making the decisions for their kids and their property and their businesses rather than the judge. The judge can't really take into account tax considerations and things like that. And so what people find is, and especially since COVID and the cases are moving more slowly, that they can do a better job settling it themselves.
Yeah, I think you bring up a good point. Judges, their ability to resolve cases has to be based and founded in the law, when it can be a little bit more complex than that, and mediation is an option. Let's also talk about, by the way, just to mention, we've moved to another space. The intention behind that was just to show you how welcoming this location is. We're in right downtown Fort Worth, literally off of Main Street. This is just a great place to come.
We can throw a rock and hit the courthouse.
You certainly could.
Right.
Let's talk about geographic restrictions and family law.
When a judge is looking at a case, they're bound by some presumptions that the legislature has put into effect. One of the most important is that the court is supposed to be guided by what's in the best interest of the children. And there's a presumption that children benefit by frequent and continuing access to both parents. And so the court is not usually inclined to allow one parent to move across the country and make it difficult for the children to have an ongoing relationship with the other parent.
Okay.
And it's all about protecting the parent. I tell folks...
Oh, protecting the parent or protecting the child?
Protecting the child.
Okay, protecting the child, yeah.
You know, the parents are grown-ups, they have coping mechanisms, et cetera, but the child needs protection.
Right.
Okay.
So it's what's in the best interest of the child.
That's
Thank
the guiding
you for this.
principle.
This was really helpful to give us just a little bit of an overview to the complexities of family law. And I do invite you to come and check out the Legal Cafe. Great options as far as coffee, and also some yummy food at some fantastic prices as well. So you can learn more information. You can visit thetexasattorney.com, or you can call 1-800-LAW-OFFICE to find out more information. Aaron?
It's me, Paige. Thanks.